Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortivy, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate... This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it. And however, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. I specialize in developing tacitite weapons, but the foundational theories behind these applied technologies are quite similar. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able... However, I still have no idea what the missing component... Well, that's a no-brainer indeed. We can certainly give it a try. If you're fine with the paper scroll being destroyed by its protective mechanism, that is. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste.
Rover, Mr. Mortivy's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortivy needs more time. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed. You just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? Stop sweet-talking me. I get... Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes... I'll drop a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. Your division of labor is more efficient in getting things done. Besides, I would like to avoid stepping foot in Jiang Li's workshop ever.
I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks, though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortivy. Mr. Mortivy, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found from the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn, and the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortefi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it. Hold on. Remember when I said, don't force it open? Crank that thing another 5 degrees, and not even Zhang Li Yao will be able to save it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is made now. What kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the grand libraries.
Exactly. Languages may evolve, names may change, but time remains constant.
It's an elegant system indeed.
The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it. It's located on the way shelf. Mao Cheng Si. Wu Wei. Rover, it's here. If I remember correctly, the Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Jin and the formidable tacit discord described here. There are 2 photos here. Huh. Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament, but I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Zhengzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine. We owe our presence here to those who came before us. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is, according to the reports, the vaccine's creator died 3 years after its development? You mean you could be that infant shown in the pictures? They should be around your age by now. But he doesn't over about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover? I've only seen our magistrate once at the appointment ceremony, so I can't comment on her personality, but her policies have proven effective and greatly benefited us since she took office. Some believe that the remarkably far-sighted and profound decisions were actually devised by Councillor Changli. Lady Changli is our magistrate's advisor and former teacher. She once held a high position in the Central Secretariat, but I've also heard rumors painting her as a cunning manipulator rather.
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving this. Simply put, we both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate, however, her tokens contain. Maybe she was running out of, or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist. In other words, there are people who need to be misled. It seems there may be hidden dangers. If it were you, Yang Yang,
I would emphasize my true message by
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
Baiju said he is in great health, no issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special, a typical patrol. Well, Uncle Jiang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head, causing him to take a tumble. Some dogs kept barking. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the... Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. You betcha. All right, I still owe you a meal.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover? I have a vacant guest room in my house. And if you don't mind coming over...
Aren't you forgetting something, Yang Yang? Rover told us this morning that she has been offered a stay at the city. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the city hall Mrs. Panwa, good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
What do you say, Rover?
Looks like Bijur's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the end with just a few tugs of the rope. I bet every researcher will, in case of an emergency. By the way, now that we figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all this, so it only took us 1 trip to the academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart.
What's our next plan of action, Rover? Bija said the leaf bears the frequencies of tacit discords. So then, we must leave the city to pursue this lead.
That's the spirit. Been beating my brain up until now. It's time to get these joints cracked. Whoa! She's fast! She's furious! She's a TD killing machine!
Oh, please stop it, you two.
It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need any. I believe in you!
Without a doubt. We resonators can boost our combat abilities with special items. If you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp.
Yang Yang, did you hear that?
That should be the Midnight Range's training camp. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty tough, that I think Rover can handle. Defense at the city gate has been strengthened.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my third shift and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Which...
Be that as it may. I can't...
Well, everything seems fine in the city.
That's why we must stay vigilant. So, besides, General Jian is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier. We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point of...
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised him, so I gotta... I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see...
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one you seek. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
Greetings. I'm Jianshin. Could you please do me a favor? I want to go look for someone outside the city, but I don't have an access pass, so may I tag along? Oh, thank you. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have...
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, she could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.
So you're looking for the relative of a veteran, and you believe he's in the Midnight Rangers camp in Deseret Highland?
Mm-hmm, exactly. According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhang, thanks to your help, of course,